Hi everybody, welcome to Creative Pouring by Cheryl. I'm Cheryl. Today what I'm going to do is, if you saw me do yesterday, or not yesterday, but if you saw me do last video, I had these done, and today I'm going to do something with them. I just figured it'd be really cool to put them into bookmarks, like into UV resin bookmarks. I've got my flakes that are going to match, and we're going to do one at a time. It's going to take a little bit, but let's go ahead and just pour some in here because I'm going to do more than one. Anytime you're working with UV resin and you're working with it by a window, make sure to be careful. That sun can tear it up because the sun's got UV resin in it, obviously. So we're going to do one at a time. I'm just going to put a little bit in there. I'll try to protect it as best as I can without the sun hitting it. All right, let's go ahead and pour it in here. Well, I thought I had enough. But you don't want to make them too thick anyway. You want them to be thin. Make sure you get around that little nib. Okay. Let's go ahead and, oops. I'm going to do this one first. I love this moon and star. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of put it so it's coming out like that. Let's go ahead and turn it so that maybe it'll fit sideways. No, it don't. Okay, that's okay. I think that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and cure this up and we'll take it from there. All right, let's see how it's worked out. I might go ahead and put a second layer on it real quick. Just with regular resin. Just with clear UV resin, I should say. A little bit in here so that it stays. Smooth it out so that it's not going to be lumpy bumpy. Whenever you do bookmarks, make sure you got them thin so that they'll fit in the books. Okay, let's go ahead and cure this one. That one's done. See how pretty that turned out? Just put a tassel on it and way to go. There's other ways to make bookmarks too. I've got these other little bitty molds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some more of that UV resin and some of that, oops, wrong one. More of that UV resin in my cup. And I'm using the J. Diction High Gloss UV resin. And I'm going to mix some more of the Actually, I'm going to go ahead and go with this color, the pink. You can use just about any mold for the bookmarks. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it just has to be kind of sort of the same style. We'll get some more of that in there. Go. Okay. Now I'm going to do these really thin. And when I say thin, I mean thin. And I'm just going to basically get the, all I'm doing with this one is getting the base going. You'll see what I mean. I'm going to work with it a little bit here in just a minute. Okay, let's get it to the edge and hopefully it'll stay. If you want a tassel on them, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. When you're working with these kind of molds, all you have to do is drill a hole for the tassel. It's not a problem. Now that you've got it in the right spot, it's all the way to the edges and there doesn't look like there's any kind of bubbles in there, we'll go ahead and cure them. Let's go ahead and get them out of there. Like I said, they're going to be really thin. Now this one's kind of small, but I kind of like it. Oh, unfortunately it had a hole in it though, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Ain't nothing we can't handle. I'm just picking all these little doodads off. Those turned out really pretty. So what I can do is with this one, let's see what'll work. Oh, we could put the little heart on this one. Right there over top of that hole. That looks good. We could put this big heart on the bigger one. And I like it on this end. Now, mind you, I have that hole in this little one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little piece of just some clear tape. Just a little piece. I didn't get a big piece. And just put that on there so that it doesn't leak through. Just like you would on back of one of your bezels. Because you wouldn't want your bezel to leak. Okay. I'm going to do a layer of UV resin down. Just a little bit. Pop it on where I want it. And make sure that there's enough UV resin to go down and make that covered. Completely covered. This UV resin will hold that little heart in. Make sure it's where you want it. Okay, we'll let it sit there while I'm doing this other one. The reason that I'm using a double-sided light, obviously, because it's the only one I have, but another reason is because that way it'll shine underneath it and come through. See, and you don't have to do it like right on top of it, like leave it on top like that. You can come up with it like that, but I think I'm going to leave it right there. because it'll be a little more secure. There. A little bit more. You don't want to put too much, like I said before, because it will be too thick for your book. Just going to bring it to the edges. Okay, let's go ahead and cure this up. Make sure it's in the right spot. Okay, pull that tape off. Now all you got to do is just clean it up the best you can. I'm just going to use some scissors. Cut the big stuff off. And I will clean it up with my my deburring tool. Look how pretty those little those things are. I'm going to do one more set because I think you guys kind of got the idea. I'm going to do a mixture of my pink and I'm going to go with my purple. See how that turns out. Let's get these out of here. Well, Jiminy Crickets. This is what happens sometimes when it gets a little bit too little. So we'll just pop it back in here and I'll fix that. This one had a little bit too much. Just clipping off the ends where it all messed up. Let me go ahead and put this back in. I'm going to put a little bit of UV resin in the side there where it's needing it. All right, I got that taken care of. Mostly. It doesn't like me. See that one little bubble? Yeah. Okay. I'll go ahead and put some tape underneath it and try this part again. All right, let's see. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it on like that. I think that's a pretty neat idea. You can use just about any mold that's thin, or not even thin. Just use any mold that you can use as a bookmark, long enough for a bookmark. Doesn't have to be, you know, an actual bookmark mold. And you can use some of your other pieces that you've made, like some of your extras if you've made some or whatever, and you can always put them on top of the bookmarks. And since I didn't make a secondary earring for those things, I just used them in the top of the bookmarks. Okay, let's let that settle some. Move that over to where I want it. It fell over. There we go. Let's get this one. So tell me, leave me a comment. What's your favorite book? Mine, I've been reading books right now by authors like Julia Quinn and Mary, I can't pronounce her name, Bo, I think. They're more genre from like Bridgerton type genre. There we go. That's turned out really well. I got to get them cleaned up. This out of the way. I got to get them cleaned up and put a tassel on that one. I will have pictures for you when I have them all cleaned up. Yeah, I've got to get them cleaned up big time. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. It really does help my channel. I'm just cleaning them up with a deburring tool. And thank you everyone who's bought me a coffee. Thank you for everyone that's been there with me throughout this journey. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye for now.